going on, everybody? This is Joe, and I am here for another Murders at Karlov Manor pre-release kit opening. For those of you who are unaware, I have opened more pre-release kits than anybody else here on YouTube, and I am not planning on stopping anytime soon. As a reminder, it says right here, track the clues, crack the case. Maybe you can't see that, but now you can. I've already done a video where I've opened 4 different kits live at the pre-release itself. So if that is something that you did not get a chance to see, feel free to click up in the top right-hand corner there. You can check that out for yourself. Ooh, very nice. Maybe I'll have my dice in the next video that I opened, but we have the green D20. That's very cool. We'll leave that on the side. And then inside of this kit, the way I typically do this, obviously I'll show off everything inside the kit. We can talk about the cards, etc. And then we can go through all the packs. And I want to know from all of you, if you opened this kit at pre-release, what kind of a deck would you try to make with it? We have the insert, and I found that these inserts are kind of different as well. Maybe you can see back here, like this box is yellow, this one's red. The one that we just opened was blue. So they have different colors. Also the, I'm not really representing it in the background very well, but Proft here is depicted in yellow background, blue background, and there is obviously the red background as well. So very interesting how they chose to mix up these boxes. We see the packs there. The other thing that they gave, because that was the divider, I think I called it an insert, my bad. This is the divider here with the Planeswalker symbol as well on the back. The insert is here telling you how to build a pre-release deck, because for folks who are unaware, pre-release is a great event for newer players, kind of helps even the playing field a bit for folks. And then this red bar is different because it talks to you like, you know, that it's not typically, this insert is in all pre-release kits these days, but this red bar is different because it talks to you about what's in your promo pack, because there is a card that you would not be able to use during pre-release itself, and we can get to that in a minute. On this side, it says, mystery file the intriguing interrogation. Start with the phrase detective story. The following instructions tell you how to modify this sequence of letters. Ignore spaces and punctuation. So for the red deck box, oh, interesting. So you do like a whole, there's like a whole thing that you do. So we had the blue deck box. If he's holding a glove, he is not holding a glove. Yeah, he's not holding a glove. Okay. If he's holding a part of a cane, move the 4th letter to the beginning. So since it says start with detective story, you move the 4th letter, which is an E, to the beginning. Then with Voja, Melik, Tomic, and the divider was red. If it has a magnifying glass at the center, which it does, find a set of 3 consecutive vowels and delete the first one. So we would have had to, there are not yet 3 consecutive vowels, so we would have to do the promo thing as well. Wow, this is like very in-depth. Okay. All right, so let's, I guess, if we're going to try this, why not? I was not expecting this. I really didn't prep this beforehand. I'll have to check my other kits too. Although I might have mixed them up then. Interesting. Just in terms of like, you know, which ones had which things in there. Very cool. Okay. Well, hey, for folks who are unaware, this is the promo pack. There is a code for MTG Arena. MTG Arena is now live. So, or I should say, Arena's been live for a while there, Joe. Murders at Karlov Manor is now live on Arena, and so these codes do now work. So I will be giving away this code in this video, but I was at pre-release, and I played in multiple pre-releases, and it turns out that not our rule, it's Wizards' rule, But you can only use one code per account on MTG Arena. So first of all, if you have already used a code, these will not work for you. But second of all, myself and many of the other players at Champion Card Collector in Poughkeepsie, New York, like I said, check out those other videos. They sponsored us for the event, and it was incredible to be there this weekend with them, or that last weekend with them. But all those other people can't use their codes either. So we have multiple codes to give away in this video, as well as apparently to play a detective game. But so those codes will be given away at random points in the video. There are 4 of them this time. In the next video, there will be 5. And then in the last video, there will be 4 more. So seeing as how we've already given away 4 codes, I mean, you know, how many more could we possibly give away? That's none. That's a lot. That's a lot of codes. But again, if you did not get a chance to get out to a pre-release near you, hopefully this will help you out with getting some free stuff on Arena. So there's the punch-out token, or tokens, or counters, I guess, off the token with the cool symbol and everything in there. Okay, and let's see what our regular promo foil rare is, because it is Doppelgang. Okay, the foiling pattern doesn't really stand out at the angle that I'm at. Maybe you're seeing it better than I am, but I'm not currently impressed. And then our pre-release promo that cannot be used during the pre-release, yeah, that's right, I said it, is a Tomic, Wielder of Law. So for Tomic, with our little game here, because first of all, here's Tomic. This foiling pattern looks kind of cool. I like it. And with Tomic, it says, Tomic Wielder of Law promo card. Find a word for an item that might help you navigate the streets of Ravnica. In the phrase detective story? Uh-oh. The following instructions tell you how to modify this sequence of letters, ignore spaces and punctuation. Okay. Well, we moved the E to the beginning, right? It said move the 4th letter to the beginning. So that makes it EDETC. What's something that helps you get around Ravnica? Not a vest, obviously. I don't think I'm going to be able to do this. Holy crap. Okay. This is very complicated, and I don't think I'm going to be able to struggle through it in this video. If it's something that I can do off camera, I'll try it for the 2nd or 3rd video. I don't know. But not for this one. This one kind of came out of nowhere. This is very strange. Okay. Well, anyway, that's a little game that I guess you were supposed to play at pre-release while trying to also make a deck and stuff and play in an event. Play it with the people around you. Let me know if you did. I will definitely want to know that in the comments down below. By the way, since I'm typically trying to figure out what kind of a deck I would make, with Doppelgang at least at the beginning, I don't know. I had somebody blow me out completely with Doppelgang because this sealed format is extremely slow. And so they were able to get enough mana on the battlefield that they were able to duplicate 3 of their creatures that were on the battlefield 3 times each. And I immediately lost because of course I did. How the hell was I supposed to compete with that? But besides that, I don't know. I don't love the card because, you know, sometimes it's just going to sit in your hand and be bad. So we have a Bubble Smuggler. That's a good card. We have a Gear Bane Orangutan, Cerebral Confiscation, a Vengeful Creeper, Gadget Technician, Shady Informant, some good gold cards here, Makeshift Binding, that's a fantastic card, and it's in the showcase art, which looks very good. We have a Buried in the Garden as our first uncommon. We have a Knife as the second. These are the weapons from the game Clue, which is very appropriate for this murder mystery set. But all the weapons, or many of the weapons from the game Clue, are artifact equipments in this set, or Clue equipments as they call them. And Case of the Trampled Garden. Those are 3 of our uncommons. The next card we have is a rare in the one of the dual land cycle in Shadowy Backstreet. Very nice. It's a plain swamp. It's a, again, the cycle of dual lands from the set. Behind the Shadowy Backstreet, we have a Leyline of the Guild Pact. I know that some people were interested in this card in this set. The other interesting thing is because we got Doppelgang, notably this card could be cast for quad green or 3 green and a blue if we were going Doppelgang colors, but again, I'm not really leaning heavily towards Doppelgang, but still, this could be cast for quad green. Behind the Leyline, do we have our foil? We do. It is a foil uncommon in Green Belt Radical, Centaur Citizen. Okay. Very nice. And then behind that, a Forest. I felt like we had more, but that's fine. And a Clue token. We have a lot of these to give away, so we're going to start now. Again, as a reminder, if you've already used a code, or if you're going to be picking up a pre-release kit, or you have one already and you're going to open it, please don't try to use this code, because then it'll make your code useless. So, we're trying to give these to folks who were not able to get to a pre-release, but who still want to get some codes for MTG Arena. And this is our small way of saying thank you to each and every one of you for watching our stuff. Please feel free while you are here to subscribe and ring that bell to make sure that you do not miss out on any of our videos. Also, we are live every Monday and Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern right here on this channel. So hopefully we can see you joining us live. Obviously, Mondays, our Monday streams are when we play Magic the Gathering Arena, so we would love to have you join us for that. We have a Market Watch Phantom to start. A Behind the Mask. God, this is so cool looking. That mask, I love it. Suspicious Detonation. A Rot Farm Mortipede. Escape Tunnel. Good fixing. The Chase is On. Nice. We have a split card in Cease and Desist. Not bad. The split cards are definitely interesting, especially because they're very hybrid-y. So you could play this in a deck that's just green or just white or just black, and you could still use at least one half of this card, and it would still be perfectly viable to put it in your deck for that reason. We have a Case of the Gateway Express. And we have a Candlestick, another one of the Clue equipments. Very good. Our next card is a rare in Izoni, Center of the Web. Very nice. And behind it, another rare in the showcase art. It is the World Souls Rage. Wow. That is very, very cool. I mean, obviously, putting lands from your graveyard onto the battlefield, I mean, there are some cards that mill you. They are part green, if not wholly green. So that is a possibility. But otherwise, this card is really just going to be a fireball type effect. It is a rare for a reason. Very, very good card. And our foil is a foil common in Sanguine Savior. This pack has to have something else in it, right? It just feels like there's way too many cards left. This art in foil is fantastic looking, by the way. All that background, silhouetting these two, really, really cool. So that's the Sanguine Savior. Behind the Sanguine Savior, we have a Kuldotha Rebirth from the list. Very nice. It does talk about sacking an artifact, so that's a very useful card from the list to be played in this set or with these cards, because where you will likely have some way of making clues. And if that's the case, you can sack a clue to make 3 goblins for 1 mana. That seems absolutely incredible. Why would you not do that? Behind the Kuldotha Rebirth, we have an island and an Ooze token. We have another code for MTG Arena. because, again, we're giving away 4 of them, so we're going to have a lot. Please feel free to shout out in the comments down below, like, hey, code 1 worked for me. This is code 2. Code 2 worked for me. Whatever the case may be. I mentioned that we are live every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern playing some MTG Arena. We are also live on Fridays at 8 p.m. Eastern, playing whatever video game we happen to be playing at the time. We had been playing through the entire God of War franchise, and we have culminated with God of War Ragnarok. So if you have not joined us for that, I highly encourage you to check that out right here on this channel every Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern. We would love to have you in chat with us. So we have a repeat offender to start. Nervous Gardener, Due Diligence, Crime Stopper Sprite, Goblin Mask Maker, Pick Your Poison. I know a lot of people are excited about this card. Unauthorized Exit. This is a very good bounce spell. Concealed Weapon is our first uncommon. Private Eye, very good in the detective deck. Very, very good. And Chalk Outline, just very flavorful for a murder mystery set. Quite nice. We have our next card is another one of the dual lands in Elegant Parlor. And again, it is a rare. We've gotten a lot of double rare packs. Because behind it we have an Unyielding Gatekeeper, also an incredible, incredible card. Wow. Very, very nice. Behind the Gatekeeper, our foil is a foil Chalk Outline. Wow. So I talked about green wanting to put things into our graveyard, right? Milling, etc. And then if we're collecting evidence, that's one of the ways of getting creature cards out of our graveyard, because this card says whenever one or more creature cards leaves your graveyard, you get a detective token, and you get to then investigate. And with 2 of these, that would trigger twice. So that is very interesting, very impressive. Behind the second Chalk Outline, the foil one, we have a regular forest and an art card for, remind me, Yaris Roar of the Old Gods. Also a Gruul card. Very nice. I say also because we got the World Souls Rage earlier. Yep, it's another code for MTG Arena. Again, I would really appreciate it if folks are interested. We talked about playing video games live on stream. The VODs from those, if you have missed our playthroughs of any of the God of War games, including Ragnarok, those are up on our other channel, Video Games for All. That is linked down in the description box below. In addition to our third channel, Gluten Free for All. And I highly encourage you to go check those channels out and then sub and ring the bells there too. So like I said, you do not miss out on a single video that we put out on any of our channels. And thank you truly for any and all support that you are willing to give. It really, really means a lot to us. So we have a Luxodon Eavesdropper to start. A Hazda Vigilante. This is a very good card in this set, by the way. Very good card. A Projector Inspector. Galvanize. Nice burn spell. Agency Coroner. A Shady Informant. Makeshift Binding again. 2 of these is quite nice. Neighborhood Guardian is our first uncommon. A Curious Cadaver is the second. And Sanctuary Wall is the third. Okay. Our next card is a uncommon in the Dossier showcase art in Culvert Ambusher. Not bad at all. And then our rare or mythic is a Cryptex. This one's kind of tough to get going. Obviously, if you need fixing and it's your best option, it's an option, but it would feel kind of bad, but it is sealed, so it might be a possibility. Our foil is a foil common in Agency Coroner. This is a cool foil. Looks really nice. That foiling pattern is very cool. And then behind it, we have a full art land. I was going to say earlier we hadn't gotten any full art lands yet, but here we go. A full art plains and another one of the punch-out tokens. We have 2 more packs to go. This kit, especially with so many different rares that we have access to, I feel like this kit is kind of all over the place already. Green seems pretty prevalent in our rares, but they're all gold cards, so it could be green and something else. Our lands are pointing us towards white and something else, and we do have the Unyielding Gatekeeper as well. That's tough. We'll have to see if these last 2 packs help us out at all. We have a Rubble Belt Maverick. Oh, and obviously we got those 2 chalk outlines before, which are green. But anyway, we have a Rubble Belt Maverick to start. Griff Knot Tracker. A Jaded Analyst. Sanguine Savior again. Snarling Gorehound. That art is nuts. Those colors are great. Gravestone Strider. It's another way to fix your mana a little bit. Deduce. Surveillance Monitor is the first uncommon. Presumed Dead is the second. And Scene of the Crime is the third. Again, another way to sort of fix your mana. You have to have a creature on the battlefield to be able to do it, but it would work. And then our next card is Case of the Burning Masks, an uncommon. And our not our first case, I don't think, but still. And our rare is a Barbed Servitor. This is an interesting card. We haven't really seen a lot. I mean, we have Izoni for black so far, and Shadowy Backstreet to help us cast it. Interesting. This is a fun card, I won't lie. Behind the Servitor, our foil is... Ooh, it is a foil showcase makeshift binding. This, by the way, is our 3rd makeshift binding. White's looking very strong. White-green, maybe? I could make that work. Do we, maybe we try to splash for Izoni or something? Very interesting. God, 3 makeshift bindings. Plus, how good does this card look in foil? I mean, my God, really, really nice. Behind it, a full art forest. Really, really cool. And an art card for Tristani, 3 Whispers. Very nice. I believe this is the alt art, obviously. We have our last code for this video for MTG Arena. As a reminder, if none of these codes have worked for you, if you've tried them all, firstly, you can go back and check our 4-kit opening that I pointed to, linked up at the top there. So if you tap that I card in the top right-hand corner, it'll take you to that video. And if none of these codes have worked for you, the other option, if none of those work either, is to make sure that you are subscribed and you have that bell rung to make sure that you get a notification as soon as any of our other 2 videos come out, where we will be giving away 7 more codes. Nope, actually I'm lying to you, 9 more codes. So there will be lots and lots of opportunities for codes. Hopefully you will get one if that is something that you need. And like I said, again, thank you so much for supporting this channel. We really appreciate it. Please don't forget, in addition to subbing, ringing the bell, checking out our other channels and doing the same there. If you like a video that we've made, there's literally a button that allows you to express that, the like button, and then obviously you can share as well to other folks that you think might enjoy our stuff. We really, really appreciate that support too. It allows us to continue to grow and get better. So thank you so much for that. We have a Public Thoroughfare to start. Another good bit of fixing. Benthic Criminologists, Goblin Mask Maker, Basilica Stalker, that's a good one. Bite Down on Crime, yes please, good card. Crowd Control Warden, we talked about possibly doing green-white. This gets in if we're doing that. We have the Chases On and Showcase Art. Lumbering Laundry as our first uncommon, what a crazy card. A Night Drinker Moroi. and a crime novelist, which means our next card is another uncommon in Hustle and Bustle. Bring it a little closer for all of you to see. Very cool. You could play this in a green and white deck because of the double green casting on Bustle, if you really wanted. And our rare is a Case of the Crimson Pulse as a mythic? No, that's a rare. Interesting. Okay. It's a red case. Behind it, our foil is a foil common, Slime Against Humanity. It's like a crime against humanity, but it's a slime. This makes the oozes. We opened one of the ooze tokens, so that's cool. But we only have one? I don't know if I'd play one of these. That feels bad. But anyway, behind it, we have an island and an ad card for MTG Arena. So, wow. You know what? I don't recall there being, or not that I don't recall, I don't believe there was a lot of value that we opened in this kit, which is somewhat unfortunate in the fact that I'm opening it after the fact. But in terms of making a deck, I mean, I would think that I could probably, with the number of good green and white cards that I opened, even outside of my rares / mythics, although we didn't have any mythics, but we could absolutely splash for like Izoni or this World Souls Rage. We could play the Unyielding Gatekeeper, and the cool thing is if we're splashing for both Izoni and the Unyielding Gatekeeper, we could play both of these lands. Splashing black and red, and having our white if we don't need those anymore. So very, very interesting. Obviously, we had a couple of other ways of fixing. There was the artifact, like the gargoyle, I believe. There is the cryptex, technically, although that's probably the worst way. And there was the land, the public thoroughfare as well as the escape tunnel that lets us go search for a basic. So there are a lot of ways to splash in this set. We'd have to try to figure out if it would be worth splashing for Izoni and or this World Souls Rage. I mean, World Souls Rage, just being able to do X damage to any target is probably good enough. Like I said, especially in sealed, those games go quite long, and sometimes you just need to do that last 5 damage to your opponent. You're sitting on 7 or 8 land, and you just tap everything and kill them with this. So that is pretty great. Hopefully you all enjoyed this opening. I would love to hear from you in the comments down below. What did you think of the video? What would you play if you had opened this kit for yourself at pre-release? Would you play the Leyline of the Guild Pact? I kind of forgot to mention that as well as an option. Because again, we could play it for quad green. There's green-white hybrid at the beginning there. I can probably just show it to you. So that you can be aware, so that make a more informed decision. I think I would, especially if I'm splashing for red or black here, and we're playing white as well, I would probably put this in there. Interesting. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. But for now, from us here at the Geek for All family of channels, I have been Joe, and as we always say, in whichever video of ours you watch next, we will see you all next time. Thanks, everybody.